Did you know that only 20% of individual property investors use a property management company? The other 80% are self-managed. So while all the PMs in your area are fighting over 20% of the potential clients, the other 80% is completely untouched. In this video, I'm going to show you how our clients are tapping into this massive untapped gold mine of self-managed property owners and getting highly qualified leads coming to them completely automated without any kind of cold calling or cold outreach. So first I'll talk about the messaging that we've found resonates with self-managed landlords, and then I'll show you the actual marketing process that we use to bring in leads. Now, the first thing you need to understand is the number one reason that property owners choose to self-manage is cost. They don't want to pay your management fee. The way they see it, using a property manager means giving up a part of their rental income in return for the convenience of not having to deal with tenants and maintenance issues themselves. Now, this is partly true, but what they don't understand is that a good property manager can actually make them more money than they would make on their own. Why is that? Well, because you're better able to raise rent to keep up with the market, because you do a better job of screening tenants, which saves them from missed rent and potential property damage. You do a better job of filling vacancies faster, and chances are you have special arrangements with maintenance services, whereas they're paying full retail price. In most cases, the numbers work out such that you actually save them more money than you're charging them in maintenance fees. So by hiring you, they're not only saving themselves time and headache, but they're actually making more rental income when all factors are accounted for. The problem is, self-managed property owners don't know that. They haven't run the numbers. They still see you as an expense, not as an investment. That's where this marketing process I'm about to show you comes in. So what we do is run Facebook ads specifically targeted to self-managed property owners. And in the ads, we explain exactly what I just told you, how they will make more money by hiring you and save themselves time and hassle at the same time. Now, if you'd like us to set up and run this entire system 100% for you so that you get qualified leads coming to you with zero effort on your part, click the link in the description to apply and book a call with us. Or if you'd like to see how the system works in detail, keep watching. So here's how the system works. You start with an ad. You'll have to excuse my beautiful paint skills here. So you have an ad that shows to people that are interested in things related with property management. So Facebook knows a surprising amount of information about people and has a pretty good idea of people that are likely to be interested. And it shows an ad that, as I said, explains either via text or via video. We run both. But it explains to them how you're not only going to save them time and headache, but you're also going to make them more money. And then it says that if they're interested in learning more, they should click the ad. And then when they click the ad, they will go to a opt-in form. And on this form, they will answer some questions about their rental property. Now, this part is really important. You want to make the form conditional. So you get some people that are qualified and some people that are not qualified. So we'll say these are the unqualified people and they just stop. So you got to ask these questions on the form, because what you find is if you run ads, there's some really, like, for lack of a better term, dumb people out there that are just gonna have no idea what it's about. So like you say that, hey, if you're a self-managed property owner, we're gonna show you how to save money and save headache at the same time. And you'll get people that'll fill out your form that are renters that think that you're gonna get them a lower amount of rent or something. And just like don't even know how to understand basic English and think you're talking about something completely different. And I know this from experience, by the way. This came as a surprise to me because the ads are very clear that this is for property owners, it's for landlords, this is not for renters. And yet people will still manage to misunderstand. So you ask them point blank on the form, are you interested in property management or are you looking for a rental property to live in? And if they say that, oh, I'm looking for a rental property to live in, you have conditional logic on the form that says, oh, okay, this person is unqualified. And so number one, they're not going to waste your time. And more importantly, they're not going to send a signal back to the ad algorithm saying, hey, this was a good lead, find me more, right? It's really important that you qualify people because that's how the algorithm is going to learn, and it's going to get you better results over time. It's going to figure out what type of people to show your ads to that are actually good leads. So you filter out the unqualified people, and then you have the qualified people that will advance here. And you want to ask probably some more questions too. So for example, if you do only long-term rentals and you don't want to deal with Airbnbs, then you ask them a question about, are you looking at a long-term rental or a short-term rental, or are you open to both? Right? And so based on their answer, if they're only looking for short-term rental, you're not interested in that, then they go into the unqualified too. Now, if they're unqualified, they'll just get a message saying, thank you for your application. We'll be in touch if we think it's a fit, right? And then they will just stop there. They will not go further. The qualified people, on the other hand, will go to a new page, a confirm page, or we'll call it a thank you page, where it will tell them a little bit more about you and about why they should do business with you specifically and how you can save them money. It can include customer testimonials or case studies if you have them. And it will, most importantly, invite them to book a call with you directly on your calendar. And so they can click here, and I'm running out of space here, but this is the calendar. And then it will also, once they have signed up, it'll also put them into an email sequence. These are a series of automated emails that will tell them more about the benefits of working with you, how you can save them time, how you can save them money, how you can help them to increase their property portfolio because now they have time to look for new properties instead of managing their own, et cetera, how you can save them on maintenance costs. You can also include your customer testimonials here. And then these are also going to be pointing to your calendar, inviting them to book a call on your calendar. And then we also, as a third method, we recommend that you call them. This is my attempt at a picture of a telephone. So you actually call the leads. So this is actually the most important step. When you get somebody fills out the form and they're qualified, they'll give you their email and their phone number, and then the faster that you reach out to them, the more likely you are to sign them as a client, because people have very short memories. They'll sign up for a form and then an hour later they'll forget that they did. So if you call them within 5 minutes, then it's still top of mind for them, and you're going to get more clients out of that than if you just wait for them to book the appointment themselves. Some people will book an appointment themselves, but it's really good to just not expect that, to actually call them. And so one thing that we set up for our clients is automated notifications. So whenever you get a new qualified lead, you get a text message immediately that tells you this is the person's name, email address, and phone number. Call them as soon as you can. And so, some of them are going to come in the middle of the night. You're not going to be able to call all of them. But if you can get to them as fast as possible, maybe you even have somebody on your team that does that exclusively, then you're going to get the most bang for your buck. Now, a few other little considerations. I don't just run one ad. I like to run a lot of different ads that appeal to different types of people with different desires and different needs. So there's going to be some people, for example, who have a property that they inherited that now they have to deal with. Now they're the landlord and they don't really want to be. They'd really like to get it off their hands. That's one type of person. On the other hand, you're going to have like the super committed property investor that wants to build a real estate empire. And so the messaging that reaches that person is going to be different than the type of messaging that appeals to the first person. And then you have various other customer categories like that. So ideally, you want to hit as many of those as you possibly can. So for that reason, I've got a bunch of different ads. They're all running at the same time, and they're all going to the same place, right? They're all going to the same process here. And then depending on the size of your service area, You do get to a point eventually where everything's saturated, where everybody's already seen your ads, and at that point it's good to add some more different ads. So you show them different angles or different pictures or different something that they haven't seen before. They will make them actually take another look at it and reconsider if they didn't take action the first time. So that's it. Pretty simple, but highly effective. If you would like us to implement the same system for your business, click the link below and apply and book a call with us. Or check out this video if you'd like to learn more about the cutting-edge digital marketing strategies that are working right now.